What's going on, culés? Welcome back to Blaugrana Zone, your destination for all things Football Club Barcelona. Man, the sun is finally shining on us, culés. After a rough couple of games and some shaky wins, some shaky draws, we finally had a statement win for Barcelona today. And I say statement win because we are now 4 points clear on La Liga table. We are the league leaders. And I also say statement win because if Atletico Madrid won today, they would be tying us on points. We would obviously have the advantage because of the goal difference. But that also means that if they were to have tied us on points and we were still ahead of them, tomorrow Real Madrid would have the opportunity to go ahead of us on points by 1 point if they win. And knowing that, with that pressure on us to go first, we took care of business. 3-1 win for Barça. We lead La Liga. Even if Madrid get a win tomorrow, we are still up by 1 point. That being said, let me tell you what our lineup looked like. In the goalpost, we had Joan Garcia. From right to left, we had Jules Koundé, Pau Cubarsí, and Gerard Martin, Alejandro Balde. Our two center defensive mids were Pedri and Eric Garcia. Our cam, Dani Olmo. Lamine Yamal, Lewandowski, and Rafinha started up top. I think this is their second start together, maybe all this season, because they haven't been healthy at the same time or in form like this to be starting together. So it was very good to see them back like this. Obviously, very good game from our guys. 3-1 victory. I thought that we came out fresh out of the gate. Lamine was making some crazy Trivela passes, bro. Literally minute three, Lamine was already making crazy Trivela passes, trying to find Lewandowski, trying to find Rafinha. Lewandowski was a lot slower than I thought this game. There was many passes where Lewandowski was like 2 or 3 steps behind. And if it was last season, he would have made all those goals. Obviously, Alejandro Baena, bro, just like he had so many opportunities all game, whether it was creating passes or creating his own shots. Baena ended up finding the goal by running. I think it was Cubarsí who kept him on side, but it was Eric Garcia who chased after him. And he stayed on side and then flicked the ball right past Joan Garcia. And it was such a stupid goal to concede, especially considering how many saves Joan Garcia ended up having throughout the game. One that like sticks out in my head right now is when Baena thought that he was clear on goal, and Joan Garcia came out. He thought that Joan Garcia touched the ball, but he actually came out with his hands and then led with his body. In order to save the ball. Yeah, man, it was just such a stupid goal to concede. Very close to being offside. But that could have been a Joan Garcia clean sheet, but it just wasn't. Baena, whatever, that one goal. But either way, I think that they played a very good game. I think Simeone also had some very good opportunities. But that Gerard Martin yellow card was bullshit. It was a very good acting from Simeone. Simeone might as well go to an acting school. He might really or go to Broadway, buddy. You'd be a very good actor there. That Baena goal was like maybe the most well-built goal from Atletico Madrid. That pass from Molina, absolute class. You know, you gotta respect it when you see it. I wish that Cubarsí would do more passes like that. He had many opportunities. I kept seeing Rafinha making the runs for Cubarsí to make those passes, and he doesn't. And you know who did make that pass? Pedri. This game was an absolute Pedri masterclass. He's a magician, bro. When you look at his passes, you can tell they curve out and then back into whatever player he's trying to pass it to. There's a reason they call him Pedri Potter. And I literally, I was watching the game and I was like, man, Cubarsí should have made that pass, but he makes it to Pedri. Pedri sees the same pass and makes the long pass to Rafinha. And Rafinha makes the beautiful goal. He fakes out Oblak. Honestly, it makes it look easy because I was thinking about it and I was like, bro, I could fake out Oblak. And then I really thought about it and I was like, no, bro, I cannot. But Rafinha is just so quick with it and so nice and so clean, makes it look easy. He goes right around Oblak, finishes it, beautiful. Celebration, points to the badge. It's all about the club. And Rafinha he shows that it's exactly that. It's all about the club. He hustles for the badge. He plays for the badge. He gives it all for the badge. You saw that in his goal and in his celebration, obviously. And both teams had a lot of opportunities, but I would say that Atletico Madrid smoked their opportunities more than we did. Because our opportunities missed was more so like Lewandowski's a little bit behind. Rafinha couldn't get a good touch on the pass, or Ferran couldn't get a good touch on the pass. Atletico's missed opportunities was like sending a shot wide, Joan Garcia save. But I will say we did miss a huge opportunity when Danny Olmo does some beautiful skill moves, gets in the box, fouled by Pablo Barrios. We get a penalty. Who goes to kick it? Our trusty penalty kicker, right? Lewandowski, who has hella goals, hella history behind him. Super composed veteran, right? Right? No, bro. He skies it. The last time I saw a penalty that bad was when Sergio Ramos sent it to the moon. Like, genuinely, such a bad penalty. But I can't blame him. Like, he hustles so hard. And, like, his presence, his aura, just, like, his presence is a lot. It does a lot for our attack because he will attract defenders, right? But like, man, when he does shit like that, I just want to send him packing to Al Nasser, bro. Like, I want to send him out. Danny Olmo was kind of on one on this game, considering his terrible form earlier in the season. But disheartening to see him go down injured when he's celebrating a goal. But the build-up to that second goal was absolutely beautiful. The passes from Rafinha to Pedri to Lewandowski to Olmo, it was flowing all very beautifully. Lewandowski and Olmo did these kind of give-and-go passes that you really see like in FIFA, where you like pass and you lose the ball, but then your boy gets the ball because he's kind of in the right path. And they kind of did that back and forth with one another until Olmo ended up really right in front of the goal and just taps it beautifully away from Oblak. In for the second goal. But as he does that, he falls down injured, shoulder injury. And I looked at the replay so many times trying to find out where's the contact. Does someone like truck his shoulder like crazy, and then when he falls down, he really feels it? Like, no, it's the way bro runs. He's like, bro, the way Danny Olmo runs, he runs like he's about to fall down every single time, even if there's no one around him. Very careless way of running. I think that's just why he got injured. There's a reason why I literally call him Mr. Glass. He's always injured. He gets injured very easily. But when he's on, he's on. And that goal was silky. It was beautiful. Great goal from Danny Olmo. Disheartening to see him go down that way. But then from there, like I said before, both teams had a lot of opportunities. They just kept smoking the opportunity, which was very frustrating to watch. Both as a fan of just the game and a fan of this club, because you want to see a good game, obviously. Baena, I think, was doing some real snake shit when he pushed Kubarsi like that, when he like pulled on Eric Garcia's face mask, like just real. I had a lot of dislike for him today. Julian Alvarez, obviously double agent. He's coming to Barca. His performance today proved that to me. Brother, we will wait for you at the door. There's a key under the mat. Just come in whenever you'd like, brother. Sorloth, obviously, kick rocks. I hate you. I'm so glad he was silent this game. And then that third goal, man. That third goal, very beautifully set up by Alejandro Balde. Whips a pass very cleanly. He obviously takes a defender with him, which opens up the floor for Ferran. The Atletico center backs are caught sleeping because they're thinking it's the end of the game. They're not going to score, and it's Ferran. They're really not going to score. But Ferran obviously able to control the pass and then score right away, proving his haters wrong. I think he's in the double digits for goals in the season. He has to be. Ferran obviously having a pretty good season by his standards, right? Even though he's been smoking so many perfect opportunities, so many good passes. He's still having a pretty good season. I'm very glad that our guys were able to rest this game. We were able to sub off Pedri, Lamine, Lewandowski, Rafinha, and Olmo. We were able to give minutes to Marc Casado. We were able to give minutes to Dro. A lot of our younger guys got some minutes, which was very good to see. And I like seeing us play this style of ball where we look like we're sharing the ball genuinely. Lamine was trying to make passes, which I think is his forte. Obviously, I've been saying that for a while. Other than that, I think our team flowed very well. Like I've said before, I think that like our UCL form is very different from our form in the league, and we just have to keep our foot on these Madridistas' necks. We got to keep our foot on the necks of La Liga in general. So I was very happy with the way that we performed. Obviously, I think we could have done better because we could have had this could have been a 4-1 victory if we clean up our act. Really, if we clean up our act defensively, if we start sharpening ourselves offensively, this could have been a much better game, a much cleaner win for us, right? Because before that last minute goal, it was a very tight game, keeping that 2-1. But the 3-1 allows us to be like, okay, we were kind of controlling the game, keeping the pace, pressing. The pressing was very impressive. I think Jordan Martin is really trying to make a case for himself to be the pairing next to Pau Cubarsí, which I honestly don't hate. I just think our right back needs to step up a little bit. I think he was really trying to step up today. He doesn't want another Araujo case to happen to him. But yeah, my man of the match today, I would say Pedri. Pedri was my man of the match today. What do you guys think in those comments? Let me know what you guys think of these takes. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know how you guys think we're going to measure up for the weekend. I think that Barca, we might run it back with this exact same lineup because I don't see why not. If something's not broken, you don't got to fix it, respectfully. But I think that we're going to go and maybe even have an undefeated streak, obviously outside of the Champions League, right? Next, we have to look at Betis, December 6th. I think that we will obviously come away with the win. I hope Anthony is not playing against us. And I really hope that Barcelona can continue to top the league and only build on our lead. So again, let me know what you guys think in those comments. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Y Visca Barça.